So honoured to be here. Good morning, it's Ruby, and today I'm going to start a weekly vlog because it feels like I haven't done one for a while. It's October, which is the very first month. This is my outfit for today, and I'm going somewhere very exciting today. I'm going to Kensington Palace first, and I genuinely cannot wait. I'm going to the Royal Childhood exhibit, and then in the afternoon I'm off to the Leafies Tea Awards, and the Leafies are the International Tea Awards, and I've been invited as a guest judge, which is incredibly exciting. I'm here in Kensington Gardens. I don't know if you can see it, it feels very, very dark. I forget how beautiful London is in the autumn, but then I feel everywhere is beautiful in the autumn. Like, look at the colours of these trees. Oh, it's so pretty. I've never been here before. Now, this exhibition was extraordinary. Here is a model of Kensington Palace, which is made to size, and here you can see Queen Victoria's doll's house that she had when she was a child. And these aren't her actual paper dolls, those are too fragile to be on display, but these are cutouts of the illustrations that she did, which I spoke about in the video I did a while back. And then this is the ballroom in which Queen Victoria had her 16th birthday, and her favourite opera singer was actually invited to perform at her birthday party, and I learnt that she was a massive fangirl for her, so it was the equivalent of your favourite pop star as a teenager coming to perform at your birthday party. And then this, if you can believe it, is the room where Queen Victoria was born. And this is one of her dresses. This is a dress that she wore when she was about 11 years old, and it's absolutely beautiful. After a quick coffee, I looked at some other parts of Kensington Palace, specifically those related to Queen Mary II, who I knew nothing about before this. She was Queen Regent from 1689 to 1694, and because her husband was often absent from England, she played such a significant role in running the country. And after that, I went straight to the Leafies Tea Awards. As a tea enthusiast, I have been looking forward to this hugely. I still can't believe that I was invited. So today I sat in on the judging for the Japanese black tea. Japan is of course known for its green tea exports, but did you know that in the 1950s, 2/3 of Japan's tea exports were actually black teas? And that's because demand for black tea was higher. Today, Japan mainly exports green tea, but I tried some exceptional Japanese black teas at the Leafies. I just got back home and I'm so tired. I'm eating some carrot. The tea awards was so fun. I learned so much. Like honestly, so much. I can't believe how much I learned. Like, I love tea. I've tried a lot of tea and I've read some books about tea, but hearing experts talk about tea was just incredible. I feel like I just was observing and I learned so much. Anyway, I've got like half an hour until I'm doing tutoring. Today we're at Franklin Mason. I've also got my neck cream on because the tube is hot. Now, as I share all of these wonderful clips from the Tea Awards, I thought I would share some things that I did learn. The most striking thing about being at the Leafies was the language for talking about tea. Like, there are so many different words. Like, you talk about how a tea is malty or honeyed or round or smooth or rich or crisp. A tea might also be astringent, which is a kind of sensation that you get in your mouth. It comes from the Latin ad stringere, meaning to bind fast, and it's a kind of dry feeling. but that's a word that was often being used in these conversations. This language is what allows us to communicate about tea and also articulate to ourselves why we like something. Another thing about tea that you may or may not already know is that green tea, black tea, white tea, yellow tea are all made from the same leaf. They're all made from a tea leaf, and the type of tea changes with how that leaf is processed. So kind of the amount that the leaf is oxidized. So a black tea is a heavily oxidized tea, whereas white tea is the least oxidized. We're here at the final day of the leafies. So honoured to be here. Oh my goodness, hearing everyone talk about tea is just the most extraordinary thing. Just how much goes into every single cup here. It just enlivens you and kind of makes you want to drink a copious amount of tea. I was also taught how to judge and identify a good quality tea. So you're looking for dry leaves that are all about the same length. You're looking for white buds at the top of the leaves, which you can still see. Did you know that over 50% of black tea in the UK comes from Kenya? These tea leaves are often bought for an exceptionally low price, meaning that farmers barely make a living wage. And so talking with people at these awards, I was advised that when you're financially able, it's better to drink a slightly more expensive tea. Not necessarily a really expensive tea, because, oh my goodness, there are some really expensive teas. But tea bags which are 2 to 5 pence per bag often points to unfair prices for farmers. This one's very grassy.
Can I have a go?
Oh yeah, of course, please. Wow, oh my gosh, that one's incredible. Honestly, I learned so much, and tea has such a rich history, and I was so grateful for the learning opportunity that the leafies allow. The winners are going to be announced very, very soon. I was also amazed at how much goes into judging these awards. Each tea is given a score out of 100, and the teas are judged on their appearance, the appearance of the liquid, the smell, the taste, the aftertaste. Like, it's certainly not a simple process. I've just been playing Lola for ages, and she's now really hyper and she won't stop barking. I'll show you. So, Lola is a very, very barky dog. What are you barking at, Lola? What are you barking at? Oh, she's barking at this. I think you saw, but after the leafies, I went into the Pop Mart at Harrods and I got some perfume samples. I tried the new Prada Paradox 3. I think it's like it's the pistachio one. It's got notes of pistachio in it. I think it smells like a warm September evening. Like it's the end of the summer and autumn's actually already, like autumn's already begun, but then a really warm day comes, or like a crisp autumn morning. It smells kind of cozy and crisp at the same time. But I went to Pop Mart and I got a blind box. This is the Hirono Shelter one. My sister got me a Hirono Little Prince blind box for Christmas, and this is the one I got. It's the cutest thing ever, and the Shelter one is the other one I've been really wanting to get a box of. But I also got this one for my sister. It's a Skull Panda blind box. My sister loves Pop Mart, and so I video called her frantically and I was like, which one do you want? And I was showing her everything, but I only had a few minutes before I needed to leave if I was going to catch my train. So I was like, if you see the one you like, then just say. And then she saw the Skull Panda one and she said she wanted that one. So anyway, I'm going to open this. I'm so excited. Yes, the ones that I like the most are the Circus, the Warrior. The candle holder's really cute too. Honestly, all of them are cute though. I would be happy with any of them. Oh, it's the little bird. Oh my gosh, wait, he's so cute. As I say, I would have been happy with any of them. Like, they're all just adorable. Look at him. Look how cute he is. Good morning, it's now Saturday and I've had a very lazy morning. Oh, there's a cat, a tiny cat there. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of editing now. This is nothing to do with YouTube or work or anything. It's just something I'm editing for some friends. I am also going to light a candle because I have not been lighting candles so far this autumn, and that feels like an outrageous thing to say. So I'm going through the footage from the leafies yesterday. I really wanted to look at it and the microphone wasn't working. I'm testing the microphone now to see if it will work. It's a new microphone and I don't know what happened. I really can't figure it out, but it didn't record the audio and I now feel terrible because these are such lovely interviews and filled with so much wisdom and the audio wasn't working and I just feel so bad and I'm really sorry, and I still want to include the interviews but the audio is really, really bad, and so I've added subtitles and I just feel so bad. I'm so sorry. Like, genuinely so sorry. Anyway, with that said, I am going to share some words of wisdom from some of the amazing, amazing people who were at the event yesterday. These people know so much about tea. Like, truly, I was listening to them speak and kind of just observing the way that they talked about tea as they were judging, and they are like, it's a wonder. It's genuinely just like this. It's so incredible, and I think it really just taps into the Orwellian idea of language, that to understand something you need to have the language to like properly talk about it, and if you have that language then it allows you to tap into a deeper level of thought and it allows you to articulate things you otherwise wouldn't be able to articulate. And they have the sensitivity of kind of taste and smell and touch and everything when looking at the tea, but also the language to describe those subtleties, and it's really such a beautiful thing.
Why is tea important? I think it's because it's a wonderful connector. It's a connector when you're drinking tea, the people who've made it, and then also connector in the ritual of taking tea together.
And when I'm visiting tea growing area, often I don't speak the local language, but just by tasting tea together, we can connect almost immediately, and regardless the generations or nationalities, we can connect immediately. That's the beauty of it.
So you often hear that tea is the second most consumed beverage in the world after water, but what does this actually mean? Well, here's the sort of math behind this fact. There's 8 billion people on the planet, and guess how many cups of tea are drunk? 8 billion. And here's the clincher. 8 billion cups of tea are drunk every single day, which is like the equivalent of every human being on the planet having a cup of tea every day. How cool is that?
I'm genuinely so grateful for these wise interviews. Like, hearing people talk about tea is just the most wonderful thing, and just makes you want to sit down and share a cup of tea with somebody. I am so sorry about the audio though. Like, I feel so embarrassed, I feel so bad, but I really hope that you're still able to glean that wisdom, because I still wanted to share it, because as I say, they're such lovely interviews. So much. The world just becomes so vibrant, and it's funny because of course like autumn is a time of death and decay. That's why the decadent writers at the end of the 19th century loved autumn so much. There's this wonderful poem by Oscar Wilde. It's about the decay as autumn comes, and autumn represents the end of things. It represents the end of the summer. It represents the end of this kind of this time of intense life, but this is more alive than even the summer, and I think because it's so self-consciously alive. Like when the leaves bleed, they're reminding you that this is a very temporary moment. The leaves are only going to be red and vibrant, auburn, like this, for a very short time, and it makes them that much more alive, because we have to be aware of their brevity. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm not very far now, and I think I might even get a train somewhere. I'm not sure yet. This particular area is always very quiet, and especially in autumn does feel quite haunted. I don't know, it kind of creeps me out of it. And it's funny as well, because the leaves here are very green, but from the outside, they're very bright orange. I just fell over. I love that noise so much. The sound of falling leaves is so similar to the sound of falling rain. When I fell, this leaf wedged itself into the side of my phone case. So funny. I've decided to get a train to go to an antique shop. I just wanted a little bit of an adventure today.
Like this.
After wandering around the antique shop for a little while and buying that little pastels tin, I went to a tea room and I got some loose leaf jasmine tea, and I was just doing some more writing. I love little tea shops like this where they're a little bit outdated but they feel very nostalgic, because we used to go to things like this a lot in the early 2000s with my mum. I'm back now from my lovely day out. It was just such a simple day. I love days like this, especially in autumn, and I managed to write 5 pages in my notebook for my book, which is, I was hoping to do 8, but 5 is still good. I'm actually going to go around and see my neighbours now for just a little bit, maybe for like an hour or something. But first, I'm going to quickly just try and finish the scene that I was writing, because I'm still very much in the headspace of it, and then I'm going to go around and see my neighbours. And it's such a lovely evening, so we're just going to sit outside. These leaves are just golden, it's beautiful, and it won't focus, I'm sorry. I'm currently making a miso noodle soup. It's just me and my dad in today. I'm gonna go to bed. I've just been working on the end of my book and I actually hate the ending so much. I don't know what I want to do with it. Like, it feels very unsatisfying and I feel like I'm really fighting to get to the end of this draft. I've rewritten the whole thing from scratch with this draft and I don't know, like the last like month of writing has felt like such a slog with it and I just really haven't been enjoying it. I'm just overthinking everything I write and doubting everything I write, and so I don't know, I'm not feeling very happy about what I have written, but maybe I'll reread it in the morning and it will be a little bit better. Good morning. This morning I was just editing in bed again, that film I mentioned I was doing with friends. Oh my gosh, this green tea smells so good. It's a Christmas green tea. So it's now 9:30 and I'm gonna do some transcription work now. This tea bag has unfortunately split. I knew there was one in there that would do this. For context, because I didn't explain this, I've been transcribing some Victorian letters for the last few months and I'm now just checking over them. My full transcription is 30 pages and it's taken me till midday to check 20 of these pages, so I'm going to leave the last 10 because I do actually have other work to do. Look at her, she's jumping up, Layla. And I'm eating the rest of my soup from yesterday, which is really, really good. Yes. Hello. How are you? Okay. I literally just said that I wasn't going to finish checking this transcription, but I just want to have it ticked off. It's something I've been working on for quite a while, and so if I'm able to fully tick it off today, that would feel like more of an accomplishment, I think, than getting even some of my more urgent tasks completed. So that's exactly what I did, and I also did some more research around these letters so that I could add this information in as footnotes. So I spent basically the whole of the day doing this until my best friend Blakeney arrived. She came over for the evening, and this is actually the next day, but we spent much of the day journaling and walking, and it was the most perfect way to spend a day because we hadn't caught up in a while. But anyway, I'm going to sign off the video here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's currently raining outside and just so beautifully cozy, and I'm actually sitting down to edit at the moment and I'm so excited to go through all of the footage. But thank you again for watching, and I hope that you have more than just a productive week.